Good morning to all. Today topic is equilibrium of a particle. If the net external force on the particle is zero, then we say the particle is in equilibrium. So the net external force on the particle is zero, then we say the particle is in equilibrium. So according to Newton's first law of motion, if the net external force is zero, means what? The particle is at rest or it is in uniform motion. So Newton's first law of motion, so according to Newton's first law of motion, if net external force is zero on the particle, means what? The particle is at rest or it is in uniform motion. So now I am taking two forces, F1 bar and F2 bar act on a particle. So if I am taking two forces, F1 bar and F2 bar act on a particle. So here it is particle. So I am taking one force like this and another force is like this. It is F1 bar, it is F2 bar. If two forces F1 bar, F2 bar act on a particle, so here according to Newton's third law, both forces are opposite direction and equal and opposite direction. So we can write F1 bar is equal minus F2 bar. From this, how we can write? So take left side. So F1 bar plus F2 bar is equal 0. So here total net force on the particle is 0. So F1 bar plus F2 bar, F1 bar plus F2 bar is equal to 0. So net force on the particle is 0. Here net force summation of F is equal to 0. So net force on the particle is 0. Then this particle is in equilibrium. So if I am taking three forces, F1 bar, F2 bar and F3 bar acts on a particle. So here I am taking three forces. So this one is F1 bar, here it is particle. So F2 bar is in this direction. So I am taking F3 bar in this direction. So here three forces, F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar act on a particle. So if this particle is in equilibrium, then the net force on the particle is 0. So I am placing these three forces in three sides of triangle in same direction and same size. So if I am placing here, it is F1 bar. So here this is F2 bar. So here it is F3 bar. So according to vector sum here, so for example I am taking A bar plus B bar. So what is the resultant vector here? R bar. So here B bar is hat to A bar. So here I am taking A bar is like this. Here it is B bar. What about resultant vector? So resultant vector is in the direction of tail of A bar to head of B bar. So this is the resultant vector. Here R bar is equal A bar plus B bar. This is the vector sum. So according to vector sum, here F1 bar plus F2 bar. How I can write F1 bar plus F2 bar is equal. So this is in this direction, but F3 here is opposite. Here resultant vector is in this direction, but F3 bar is opposite direction. So I am taking minus F3 bar. From this, how I can write? F1 bar plus F2 bar. Take this left side. So it is F3 bar. So is equal to 0. So total force. So sum of total force F bar is equal to 0. So net force on the net force. So here F1 bar plus F2 bar plus F3 bar is equal to 0. So net force on the particle is 0. So net force on the particle is 0 means what? So here net force on the particle is 0. So the particle, when we say that, we say the particle is in equilibrium. So here F1 bar plus F2 bar plus F3 bar is equal to 0. So net force on the particle is 0. So here now I am taking F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar in vector form. In Cartesian coordinate system, so we have 3 axes. It is x axis, this one is y axis, this one is z axis. So it is origin. So if the force is like this, it is F1 bar, F bar. So I am writing F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar in vector form. So here F bar. So F bar is resolving in 3 components. So it is along x axis, along y axis, along z axis. So I am taking along x axis, it is fx, along y axis it is fy. So along z it is fz. So how I can write F bar? F bar is equal I into fx plus j into fy plus k into fz. So similarly I am writing F1 bar. So F1 bar. So F1 bar is equal, if it is F1, so along x axis the component of F1 bar is F1x into I cap plus along y axis, what is the component of F1 bar? So it is F1y j cap. Along z axis, so it is F1z k cap. So here this one is y component. So this one is y component, this one is z component, so this one is z component, so this one is x component. So it is x component, this one is x component, so this one is y component, so this one is z component. So here F1 bar is equal to F1x I cap plus F1y j cap. So the component of F1 bar along x axis, the component of F1 bar along x axis, it is F1x. So along x axis the unit vector is I cap. So similarly the component of F1 bar along y axis, F1y into j cap plus similarly the component of F1 bar along z axis, it is F1z into k cap. So similarly how I can write? F2 bar is equal F2x I cap plus F2y j cap plus F2z k cap. So F3 bar is equal, how I can write? F3x I cap plus F3x I cap, F3y j cap plus F3z k cap. So here how I can write? So resultant vector F bar is equal F1 bar plus F2 bar plus F3 bar. So here we have to sum F1 bar, F2 bar, F3 bar. So how we can add? So add x component plus y component plus z component. So finally how I can write? So x component, I component. So F1x plus F2x plus F3x into I cap plus F1y plus F2y plus F3y j cap plus F1z plus F2z plus F3z k cap. So here net force F bar, net force on the part, if this force is equilibrium, so net force on the particle is 0. So net force on the particle is 0 means what? Here F bar is if F bar is equal to 0, if F bar is equal to 0, so the components are all are 0. So here x component 0, y component 0, z component 0. So I can write f1x plus f2x plus f3x is equal to 0. So from this, how I can write? So the net force along x-axis. So net force along x-axis, it is fx is equal to 0. Similarly, so net force along x-axis, if the particle is in equilibrium, so net force along x-axis is 0. Similarly, f1y plus f2y plus f3y is equal to 0. So summation of fy is equal to 0. So the net force along y-axis 0. So along y-axis net force is 0. Along x-axis net force is 0. So here how I can write f1z plus f2z plus f3z is equal to 0. So here f1z, f2z plus f3z is equal to 0. So from this, summation of fz is equal to 0. Summation of fz is equal to 0 means what? So along z axis the net force is 0. If the particle is in equilibrium, so net force along x-axis 0, net force along y-axis 0, net force along z-axis 0. The next topic is common forces in mechanics. So I am taking first force, it is gravitational force. So every object on the earth experiences the force of gravity due to the earth. So this gravitational force is always towards the earth center. So for example, I am taking a object having mass m which is placed on a table. So a object having mass m which is placed on a table. So due to gravitational force, so that is called mg. So always act towards the downward. So it is mg. Gravitational force is mg. Acts towards earth center or towards the earth. So a mass m suspended to a string. So here gravitational force mg acts towards the ground. In a spring mass system, so here it is the object having mass m, so gravitational force act towards the downward direction, so that is mg. So next force is contact forces. So here when two objects are contact, for example I am taking solid, so solid contact. So here I am taking an example, a object having mass m which is placed on a table. So here mass is a solid, the mass of the object is solid, and table is also a solid. So if two solids contact, so the component of contact force normal to the surface in contact is called normal reaction force. So the normal component of contact force, so here here they are contact. So this object having mass m, so this is a solid, it is also a solid. So when solid, so I am taking the normal component of contact force. So here normal component of contact force is known as normal reaction force. So normal component of contact force is normal reaction force. So this is one is n. So the parallel component of contact force is frictional force. Here parallel component. So this one is parallel component. So this one is force. So parallel component of parallel component of contact force. C is frictional force. Frictional force. So normal component of frictional contact force is normal reaction force. So normal component of contact force is normal reaction force. Parallel component of contact force is frictional force. So this parallel component, this one is parallel component, this one is normal component. So normal component of frictional force is normal reaction force. Parallel component of frictional force is parallel component of contact force is frictional force. So if I am taking solid contact with fluid, so your fluids means whether it is gases or liquids. So when solid is contact with fluid, so when solid contact with fluid means here it may be gas, it may be liquid. So I am taking a solid immersed in a fluid. There is a upward force. That force is known as buoyant force. So here buoyant force. So a object for a it is a liquid, okay. If a object, solid object immersed in a solid object immersed in a fluid, so this is a fluid, so there will be a upward force, so this force is known as buoyant force. So some other forces are these contact forces are viscous force and hair resistant force. Hair resistance, so viscous force, hair resistant force, buoyant force, and normal reaction force, frictional force, and gravitational force. See some more forces. The force due to spring and tension. So here force. So in a spring mass system, when spring extension are compressed, there will be a restoring force. So that restoring force is written as F is equal minus K into X. So the restoring force is known as force due to spring. So the restoring force is known as the force due to spring. So the force due to spring, F is equal minus Ks. The restoring force in a string. So the restoring force in a string is known as tension. The restoring force in a string is known as tension. When a spring is compressed or extended by external force, a restoring force is generated. So this restoring force is known as force due to spring. So that restoring force is written as F is equal minus K. So here the restoring force in string, here it is a spring. So when I am taking string, so the restoring force in a string is called tension. So if I am taking string, so the restoring force, if I am the restoring force in a string, So this is known as tension. So these are all the common force in mechanics. See the example problem 5.6. So a mass of 6 kg is suspended by a rope of length 2 meter from the ceiling. So here it is 6 kg mass. So the length of the rope is here to here, it is 2 meter. A force of 50 newtons. So a force of 50 newtons in the horizontal direction is applied at the midpoint P of the rope as shown. So actually the rope is it is a straight line. So when we apply 50 Newton force, it is like this. So here I am applying 50 Newton force in horizontal direction at midpoint P. So what they asked, what is the angle the rope makes with vertical in equilibrium? If P is in equilibrium, so the point P in equilibrium, so what is the angle? So the rope, so what is the angle the rope make with vertical? So we have to find this theta value. So here the length of the rope is 2 meter. So here 50 Newton force is applied at midpoint. So here it is 1 meter, here it is also a 1 meter, and here this is a rope. In rope, so 50 Newton's force is in horizontal direction. So tension force, so here it is T1 tension force is applied on a rope in upward direction. So in this direction, tension force T2 is downward direction. So if the particle P is in equilibrium. So at the same way, here we have 6 kg mass. So the gravitational force, which is mg, g is taken as 10 meter per second square. So gravitational force, so it is towards downwards, it is 60 newtons. So this is I am taking W particle. So now I have to write the free body diagram for, so which particle are which part in this figure. So first we have to write free body diagram for which particle is in equilibrium. So here we have two particles, one particle P and W. So wait, here these two are in equilibrium. So we have to write free body diagram for W and free body diagram for P. So for free body diagram for W is what? So here I am writing free body diagram for W. So here tension force is T2 and upward direction. So here it is 6, it is W. So 60 newtons is downward direction. So here free body diagram particle P is, so it is 50 Newton force is towards horizontal direction, and tension T1 is, so here T1 is in this direction. So tension T2 is downward direction. So the vertical, the angle make with vertical, here it is theta. So from this figure we have to write what we have to write. So this force are, the particle W is in equilibrium, means what? These two forces are equal. So we can write T2 is equal 60 newtons. Okay now. Next, from this how we can write? So here I am resolving T bar vector in x component, in along x axis, along y axis. So I am taking, this is y axis, this is x axis, though x axis. So the component of T1 bar along the y axis, so here it is y axis, along the component of T bar, okay, now the component of T bar along y-axis. Along y-axis is t1 cos theta. Along x-axis is t1 sin theta. So we know along x-axis net force is 0, along y-axis net force is 0. From that we can write, so t1 sin theta is equal, here t1 sin theta is equal 50 newtons, t1 cos theta is equal t2, but here t2 is equal 60 newtons. So from this we divided with equation 1 to equation 2, so we can get t1 sin theta by t1 cos theta is equal 50 by 60. So here 0 cancel, t1 cancel. From this we can get tan theta is equal 5 by 6. From this theta is equal tan inverse 5 by 6. So what is the tan inverse 5 by 6 value? It is 40 degrees. So theta is equal 40 degrees. See the 8th problem in exercise. A fixed pulley with a smooth groove has a light string passing over it with a 4 kg attached on one side. Here 4 kg mass is attached on one side. So other side 3 kg is mass attached and 3 kg on other side. So another 3 kg is hang from the other 3 kg. So here another 3 kg is hang from this 3 kg with another light string. If the system is released from rest, find the common acceleration. So when the system is released, what happen? So either here one side have more mass and another side have less mass. Here it is total mass is 6 kg, here it is 4 kg. So the masses, the string, the masses. So here it is here this one is accelerated downward direction with acceleration a. So this side is, because it have less mass, so this side is accelerated upward direction, so with acceleration a. So I am writing free body diagram for 4 kg mass. So here 4 kg free body diagram for 4 kg mass is what? So here 4 kg mass. So here we have a rule: if string is same, tension is same. So if string is different, so here to here string is same. So here tension, if it is here tension is T2, here it is also T2. If string is different from here to here, it has same string, but this is different string. If different strings, tension is different. If string is same, tension is same. So here it is T2 tension, here it is also T2 tension in this string, here it is T2 tension, in these strings it is T1 tension. So here for 4 kg mass I am writing a free body diagram. So tension force, here T2 is upward direction, 40 newtons is gravitational force, so it is downward direction. The 4 kg mass is accelerated upward direction. So I am taking total mass. So here it is 3 kg, here it is 3 kg, total 6 kg mass. So I am writing 6 free body diagram for 6 kg mass. So how I can write? So here I am taking total mass. So total mass means what? So I am taking total mass. If I am taking total mass, so here to here, so we have to take only tension force, so which is upward direction, it is T2, and downward direction, so here total 6 kg mass, so 60 Newton is downward direction. So the 6 kg mass is accelerated downward direction with acceleration a. So now I am writing a equation. So how, if we the particle 4 kg mass, the particle is moving upward. So net force is what? It is moving upward. The 4 kg mass is moving upward upward, the particle moving upward means what? So here T2 is more than 40 Newton. So how I can write T2 minus 40, T2 minus 40 newtons is equal. So this force must be equal to net force. So here net force is what? F is equal to ma. According to Newton's second law, F is equal to ma. So here A, mass is 4 kg, A is A. So it is 4 here. So let us take this equation 1. From this, how we can write? So here the 6 kg mass is moving downward. So downwards means what? This is more than T2. So here 60 Newton is more. So the particle accelerated downward directions means, so this is more than 60 Newton is more. So this is come downward. So it is 60 newtons. So this is more than T2. So how I can write 60 minus T2 is equal, so net force on the particle. So net force on the particle is how much? It is ma. So m is equal 6, a is equal to a, 6a. So let us take this equation 2. So by adding equation 1 and 2, so we get how we, so it is T2 minus 40 is equal 4a. So here 60 minus T2 is equal 6a. So minus T2 cancel. 60 minus 40, it is 20. So that is equal 6 plus 4, 10a. So from this a is equal 20 by 10. 10 1 the 10 2 the 0 0 cancel. So it is 2. So finally therefore acceleration is 2 meter per second square.